Dude, I love fish and chips. Fuck yeah. Okay, who eats fish and chips with coffee, though? I don't know about that. That seems a little weird. Chessboard. Nice. Nice touch. Dude, is that a hot dog? That's not fish and chips. What are you talking about? That's straight up a hot dog. You got relish on that and mustard? Dude, hit me up with one of them hot dogs. I mean, in the middle, you could say that's fish and chips, but they're totally having hot dogs. What up with that? What about their hot dogs? Is anyone going to talk about their hot dogs? Fair enough. What even is wartime rations? I wouldn't know, honestly. Bread, I guess? I don't know. It's really bothering me that no one's talking about the hot dogs. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I mean, I'm not crazy, right? That's a hot dog. Alright, I'm gonna stop talking about it. I'm sorry. We're done talking about the hot dogs. Yeah, he's pretty cool. You know, I've heard from some people he's pretty cool. That is straight up a hot dog. I keep saying it. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm awful. Fair enough. So you wouldn't have really a large house or anything. I mean, yeah, he probably could. Honestly, his father probably could have, like, a house similar to what a noble would have, considering his status, but he chose not to.
Ooh, there's a photo.
Oh, that.
Aww, look at cute little Machias there.
He looks like he had such a sweet disposition.
Yeah, before he grew up to be a stubborn old nag.
Damn, the roast.
Stop nitpicking people's old family photos! Honestly.
The governor looks the same as ever, though. Is that woman next to him your older sister or something?
Close enough. She was a cousin on my father's side of the family. Since she lived quite close, she often came to visit. Our family was just my father and I, so having her around was a big help.
The way you speak about her seems to imply you no longer see her. Did she get married and move away?
She died. Around 6 years ago.
Oh.
I see. And that has something to do with why you hate the nobility, right?
So...
I never really planned on telling anyone about this. But considering all we've been through, I suppose it's time I told you a little more about me. It's a long story, but would you hear me out?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Glad to.
Thanks. Sis was 9 years my senior. Beautiful, kind. To me, she was in every sense the ideal woman. Now, as I said earlier, we're a family of commoners through and through. But my father proved to be a very capable government official. And eventually, he was promoted to an important government position, where he started to make a name for himself. Honesty and integrity are a core part of his work ethic. So, of course, he made his fair share of enemies. But after seeing success in a number of major projects, he gained a reputation both inside and outside the government. My mother died when I was still young, but Sis happened to live around here and ended up helping us in more ways than I can count. Since she was his niece, my father always made a fuss over her. And even though she didn't live in the same house, she was like a real sister to me, and a real daughter to my father. I was always so proud of her. As a child, she was practically my idol. And as you'd expect, she had countless admirers among the men of the city. But for all her popularity, she was always level-headed and sensible. So I never felt I had anything to worry about. Until he appeared. He was one of my father's subordinates at City Hall. Though unlike him, he was a noble by birth. A man of high rank, too. The heir of a count. However, he had none of the arrogance or haughtiness one usually associates with the nobility. When I met him myself, he came across as an honest and loyal man. He met Sis when Dad introduced him to her one day. And eventually, the two of them fell in love and began a relationship, despite the difference in their social status. As a child, I was frustrated beyond words. But even I had to admit that the two of them made a good couple. And Sis seemed so happy when she was with him that I had no choice but to let it go and accept their relationship. Time went on and they became engaged, with Dad acting as the go-between. And that's when everything started to fall apart. His family couldn't have been more blatant in their attempts to undermine the relationship. Apparently, one of the four great houses, House Cayenne, proposed an arranged marriage on short notice. And the Count's family were up in arms at the thought he might choose to take a mere commoner as his wife. Since my father held an important post, they were limited in how shamelessly they could try to sabotage the marriage. But they began to harass and threaten her in secret every way they could think of. They made her life a living hell. Maybe she didn't want to cause trouble for the man she loved, or perhaps she did it out of consideration for my father. But all that time, she chose to endure it alone. She never discussed it or asked for help. And finally, it became so crushing that she took her own life. It was only afterward that my father and I learned what had really happened. It seems that at the very last, he had chosen to betray her love for him. "But I told her," he said. "I told her I'd treasure her as my mistress instead if she'd just accept that we couldn't be married. I just don't understand it. Why would she take her own life?" After that, my father seemed to redouble his efforts. It was like watching a machine kick into high gear. With the help of his ally, Chancellor Osborne, he was able to wrest control of City Hall from the noble faction. Then, 4 years ago, he was appointed to his current position as governor of Heimdall. And that's how the Regnitz family came to be where it is.
I don't even know what to say.
So that's why you started hating nobles?
Yeah. I was so furious at Sis's death. My hatred needed to be directed at someone. Anyone. First I blamed her fiancé, then his family, and the family of the Duke who tried to intervene. In the end, I just hated the nobility as a whole. The people, their culture, the entire idea of social classes. I desperately wanted the strength to win against them, to show how right I was, how wrong they were. But deep down, I knew the truth about my hate. I knew I was taking out my anger on people who didn't deserve it. People who had done nothing wrong.
You did?
They may be from different social classes, but people are still individuals. Sis's fiancé was faithful to her. He just wasn't strong enough to shield her from all that ugliness, despite his love. And the Count and his family were only acting in their best interests, which is to be expected, really. Ultimately, I've had to acknowledge that not all commoners are good people, and not all nobles are unworthy of respect. Eustace might not have done much to change my opinion, but getting to know you two showed me that there are nobles who live up to that name.
Machias.
I have no idea how my father feels about all of this, but this is how I've come to feel.
I see. You have my thanks.
I'm glad you felt you could talk to us about it.
Still, I don't think it hurt to be a bit more honest with yourself. If you're willing to admit all of that, maybe you can find it in you to be friends with Eustace too.
It'll never happen. Just saying.
Are you kidding me?
Never.
I might accept that not all nobles are bad, but that arrogant, self-centered fool can go choke on a palm.
Never, ever.
He's mocking me for spending so much time studying, or telling me I need to get out more.
I don't think he goes quite that far. Besides, I don't think he does it on purpose. He doesn't mean any harm.
That's the most irritating part. He does it without thinking.
Oh, Machias.
Well, that was a good coffee break, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I'd agree. Give me an S-Craft. Oh, thanks. I was just kidding. That was good timing. Alright, so there we go. Alright. We can talk about Machias if you guys want to, because there's a lot to say about Machias. There might be more though, so let's wait a little bit. Oh man, Summer Festival. Damn. I mean, fair enough, but this is Heimdall we're talking about, so... Yeah, actually, now that they say that, yeah, I think they're right about that. So never mind. Fair enough. Oh man. Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. What's going on? What up, homies? It's your boy Reen Schwarzer speaking. How you doing? Hey, Carl. Probably shouldn't just call him by his first name, just saying. I was talking to myself, I wasn't talking to Reen. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we finished our first required quest, so I would say it's a good time. And hot dogs. No one talks about the hot dogs. It was pretty nice. And we learned quite a bit. Oh, sure. What else is new? Oh, fuck. Man, not those burglars again. Wait, what? Oh my god, I know what this is. God damn it. This motherfucker. This motherfucker never leaves me alone. Jesus Christ. No, don't worry about it. I know exactly what's going on. Sure. Sorry if I'm going a little bit fast on this. I got really angry for like 5 seconds. Alright, so let's head over to the Garnier district to see what's going on. I hate everything. You'll never guess what just happened. I have the biggest boner right now. No, that's not it. Sorry. Pretty much. Yeah, yeah, I know, Fee. I know. Oh yeah. It's definitely familiar. Trust me. God fucking damn it. I hate everything. Sure, let's do a thing. Before we get going though, are you gonna... Oh shit, are we gonna do something? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, we killed the dude. There you go. We get 5 U material for doing that, so that's pretty nice. And we get a new field study task, which is burglary. I always have a problem saying that word. At the jewelers. So, hooray. Are you gonna teleport me there, or can I? Okay, cool. So, before we get going and, like, running into all this, I want to talk about this before we actually get moving into the story and do all this other crap. So, about Machias' scene, which, honestly, was more development for his sister, or his cousin, more than anything. Even more than him. But it also really enlightens you on why he hates the nobility so much. And you cannot goddamn tell me that is not justified, because it totally is justified in my opinion. Dude lives with his cousin, well, basically living with her for years, his entire childhood, and having that happen to her, like, yeah, totally. When you first meet him, totally makes sense that he hates them so much for that one event, because he idolized her. He loved her. And, man, he was just like, what can you do about that? You can't do anything. You just have to, like, you just hold on to all this anger and, like, just hold it in and find someone to blame. And I know, like, I'm kind of just rambling on about this, but, like, I really wanted to talk about it, but then, like, all this other scenes popped up, so I'm gonna talk about it right now. But, like, goddamn, Machias is so justified for that, and honestly, I kind of forgot. And I always didn't care about Machias all that much, but, like, seeing that again, I'm like, wow, that totally makes sense. And I feel bad, and I'm glad, and even more so, I'm glad that he has grown from meeting Eustace and meeting Reen and Laura. Mostly Eustace, honestly. But he's grown from that. He's learned that, you know, whether you like nobility or the nobles or not, it's an individual basis. You need to judge based on who you know individually. You can't just judge things by whole, and he understands that now, which is a really nice growing development for him. Machias is a good character. I know he comes off as kind of an asshole, and when you first meet him, he probably is the worst character, and you hate him so much, like I did, but he has a reason for that. And that's why I like playing these games so much, and JRPGs in general. Characters act a certain way when you meet them for a reason, and you need to experience why and how, you know? Like, what happened? What made them act this certain way? It's like it's all for a reason, pretty much. And when you get to a moment like that, you understand, yeah, it is all for a reason. There are reasons that people have this sort of, like, quirk about them. Maybe they act a certain way. There's always something. There's something there, you know? That's all. That's all I really wanted to talk about. Also, again, I'm angry because Gaius didn't get a voice scene. Like, what the fuck? Like, Machias gets a voice scene, Elliot gets a voice scene of his past. Gaius? Nah, we didn't feel like it. Like, what the fuck? I'm sorry, but that really makes me angry. Like, Gaius got the short end of the stick super hard. I mean, we had a whole chapter about Gaius, which is really cool, but, like, I don't feel it. Like, I feel like there's so much more emotion from a scene like that and a scene like Elliot's than what Gaius got. Because of a simple thing like it's voiced, you know? Alright, I'm gonna stop standing in town and actually get going. I really wanted to say all that, though, because, like, it makes me angry. I mean, that was one part. Like, first part is I wanted to talk about Machias, but one part is, like, I'm still really angry that Gaius got the short end of the stick. He got fucked. Which sucks, in my opinion. So, I don't know, it sucks. I'm still really sad about that. So, but what can you do? Oh man, it's Cordelia. Yeah, that's me. I'm one of them class 7 dudes. Yeah, it's me. Oh shit, I forgot. We have a thing to... Well, we don't really have a thing to take care of. We have some miscellaneous things we need to go do before we actually finish this quest. But goddamn, I'm not excited for this quest. So they had a tiara stolen from them, and it sounds like they asked for us specifically, which is kind of weird. So maybe we should find out why. Oh, it's valued at almost 100 million Mira. I don't got that. Yeah, I think that's an understatement fee. Yeah, but you haven't met this person. Yeah, Phantom Thief B. Oh, I hate him. Why is he always following me? I hate Phantom Thief B so much. He's the worst. The Phantom Thief B? Yeah. Elliot. Who else is Phantom Thief B? You think there's a Phantom fuck. Phantom Thief C? No. I may give him my Phantom Thief D in a minute. Damn, that's gay. Sorry. A liberator of beauty. Yeah, that matches him pretty well. Oh my god, I hate him. How does one steal a tank? Yeah, that's the thing about Phantom Thief B. He's just like, here's a card. Figure it out, bitch. He basically makes you his bitch for a while, because that's what every time we have a quest with Phantom Thief B, he just sends us on this wild goose chase. And like, I'm so... Oh, I hate him. A feint. I mean, for sure. You probably shouldn't just put it on display in the middle of the store, to be honest. Why'd you open the case? Yeah, you probably shouldn't have opened the case. Well, he's a Phantom Thief. It's very different. God, I hate him. Oh, man. Should you fulfill my conditions, I promise that it shall be returned to you unharmed. If not, I make no guarantees. First, you must not report this incident to the Railway Military Police. Second, you must deliver the other card here to the members of Thor's Military Academy's Class 7 Group A. Third, the aforementioned Group A must overcome the trial written on said card. Phantom Thief B. I hate him. Yeah, it was specifically addressed to Group A, which was even funnier. Like, not Class 7 as a whole, but Group A. True. That's true, Elliot, that's true. Alright, so we're gonna get a card, which is going to lead us on our way to finding this shit. Salutations, ladies and gentlemen of Thor's Military Academy's Class 7 Group A. Should you wish to recover the treasure you seek, accept and overcome the trials I have placed before you. All of the keys lie within the Vermilion capital. The first key is at the feet of the Conqueror within the heart of a lion. This one is actually pretty easy. I mean, the feet of the Conqueror. Who is the Conqueror of the lion? Like, it's not that hard. This is actually, like, legitimately, or literally, I should say, going to be a wild goose chase. We're going to be chasing these things for a while, so it's going to be a little bit of a long quest. Well, it's not, like, super long or anything, but longer than most of these, like, fetch questy quests. Alright, I'm done talking to you. Let's go. Alright, so starting off, we need to head off to the main street because, you know, the first riddle is really easy. You just have to go to Draco's Plaza, and you can probably guess who the fuck is the conqueror of the lion and whatever. So, pretty easy. I believe these get harder, though. Pretty much. Let's do it then. Oh man, it's right there. And no one noticed it until now. Alright, so we get the card. The second key is in the northeastern seat of the Prismatic Palace. Alright. This one's a little harder. But don't worry, I got your back, guys. Don't worry. I got you. Okay. I do want to go and make a small detour before we get going. I just wanted to make sure of one thing before we got going. But yeah, we're going to play along. Let's go, guys. We got Figure It Out, Laura. It's like that Nickelodeon show, Figure It Out. Where, like, that was my favorite show as a kid. Like, goddamn, I love that show. So, that was my fucking jam. I know everyone's like fucking Legends of the Hidden Temple and whatever, but man, I'm like, Figure It Out. I'm like, Figure It Out, boys. Oh, yeah. Alright, before we get going, I want to head over to the Oz District. We need to head over to Gamby's. I thought it was Gamby. The fuck? Oh, okay. We need to talk to him really quick because he's going to teach us the fish and chips recipe, which also includes a hot dog. All right, cool. Thanks. No problem. Damn. Get wrecked. Yeah, we got out of them. We had to force it out of them, but we got it. Do you sell anything? Fried fish? Elegant fried fish? Man, that's elegant. Golden juice. Oh, it cures KO. That could be really useful, actually. Oh, I have no money. We should probably sell this crap. Yeah, give me that money. Thanks. Alright, so we need to go over to Mater Park. So the Prismatic Palace refers to the place right here. And we need to head over to the northeastern bench, which is up there. So the Crystal Garden, basically. You can deduct that.
Just coming here reminds me of last night's ordeal.
Yeah.
Sounds like you had a rough night.
Where the fuck is it? Is it... Maybe it's inside the palace. Or, I'm sorry, the garden. So, let's go in there and check.